I'm Major General Felix Bushizori, 4 Infantry Division Commander. First of all, I want to inform you that it is now 1 month and 6 days since we started our operation, which was phased in 3 phases, beginning with the sensitization. The real operation has now taken 1 month, almost 5 weeks. But we have been able to exit 19,826 heads of cattle. That is specifically in Force Division. 5,390 were exited to South Sudan. We also have not only the Ugandan herdsmen, but we also have nomads from Central African Republic who have infiltrated the Koboko and the Ombororo. They are called Ombororo. They have more than 20,000 heads of cattle. So they have been coming to Koboko, to Yumbe, and even right now, I think by yesterday, they came back. We are also chasing them back to where they came from. So Operation Harmony has been a success up to today. Has been a success. We have not had the big challenges. Our teams ground, and they have done what is required. Though we have met some challenges along the way. One of them, of course, is the cattle owners complaining about availability of trucks to carry their animals across the 2 regions of Acholi and West Nile. Of course, that one has reduced the pace of our operation because we must go slow. Once we found a very big number of animals, without trucks, animals start dying. So the availability of trucks has affected the pace of our operation. Number 2, it is now a rainy season, and most of the roads around are seasonal roads, and they have really affected not only us during operation, but they have also affected the transporters. We would have evicted a bigger number of animals, more than what we have evicted, but were disrupted by the elections. The primary elections disrupted us for some time, but now we have resumed again. We are also disrupted by court proceedings. Of course, some of the areas there is contestation. Most of the people are in court, and it has been affecting our operation in some way, because you find we have a very big numbers of many letters that have been served to us by many lawyers from different areas, saying we should not touch their people. Once we touch them, they are going to take us to court. So it is affecting our operation, though we have been decisively dealing with that, but it affects our operation. We have also seen political interference, where some politicians are interfering with our operation, with the pace of our operation. So we are appealing to the politicians that as we talked in the first press conference, that politicians should wait for the update from us. They shouldn't go to the field to interrupt the operating teams. We had estimated this operation to take 65 days, and I think we are on track. In the next 1 month and a half, we would have completed, if we don't get more rains to disrupt the roads which affect the transportation of animals. Of course, as we told you last time, there was these areas have vast land without roads. So reaching in those areas has been a bit tough. Where it becomes tough, you find you have to impound animals move them long distances, over 25 kilometers, to a loading point or a holding area. So it really affects us, appealing to the Ministry of Transport to open up some of the areas which are inaccessible. The issue of delays in loading of animals. The cattle owners delay in loading their animals, especially after impounding them.
There are those who understood it very quickly and requisited even before they could be told, because some of them requisited 2 days after the operation began. And then the second phase is those who understood the message but are stubborn, thinking that in Uganda sometimes you speak about something and you don't act. Those are the ones we help to exit. Now, when General was speaking, he alluded to another category that is you are not familiar with, the ones we call the Domboros. These ones settled in the part of South Sudan called the Panyume area in Morobo County. Because most of the South Sudanese in that area are in our camps, and they came from as far as Central African Republic, some of them from Cameroon. Unfortunately, they created this fear among the population that they have a lot of witchcraft. So when they come around, people even fear even to ask them. And they have big animals, and they come with big hearts. That if they come here, you refuse to see grass, you just see soil. There's another category that understandably so, the refugees. Because we have refugees who came with the animals. And those ones, we have not touched really. Because they were forced into our country because of the problem in their country. And they are registered refugees, and they came with their animals. So that is also a question that has been disturbing people. And even they also had an issue, and they were fearing, what are we going to do? We ran from our country, we came with our animals. Those ones we have not touched. We are touching these ones who are moving from place to place and not settling. And at one moment, a country must change really. A country must develop.
Joseph Wesige, the Regional Police Commander, Northwest Nile. As police, we are coming in to condemn politicians who are interfering with this operation. It is very unfortunate of them, and we have been given strict orders and instructions to make sure we take them on legally, because when they try to interfere, they are trying to incite the public against the Balaalo. I'll give you an example. There are two notable politicians of recent. Hope you saw them, what they did. Now, the lives of the Balaalo are at risk. That is one. Two, there was malicious damage of properties of those Balaalos. And therefore, as police, in this operation, we have been given instructions to take them on legally to make sure that the operation goes on as planned without any interference from the politicians.